Hello and welcome to Post-Burnout.com interviews. Post-Burnout.com is a culture website dedicated to venerating burnt-out artists the world over. My name is Aaron Kavanagh and I'm the website's founder and editor-in-chief. This is our website's podcast where we publish the full interviews from our site's articles and sometimes release exclusive episodes. In this edition of Post-Burnout.com interviews, Sophia, Fronda and Ignas Baranauskas of the Dublin-based gazey nightmare pop project Skyless discuss meeting on a dating app and forming a band instead. How their name came from the loss of a pet, the recent single Gasoline, how women's anger in music differs from men's, their influences, the revival of shoegaze, their plans for their debut EP, and much more. On December 21st, Skyless will perform with Dara Patel and Vian at the Soundhouse in Dublin. Tickets for that show are available in the description of this episode. Thank you very much and enjoy. So, you're on the record now, so if you could refrain from all those discriminatory things you were just saying, that'd be great. I don't want to get demonetized. Let me start with getting a little bit about your backgrounds as musicians. How long have you guys been doing it for individually?
So I actually only started learning guitar 2021.
So about 4 years ago?
Yeah, but I was just kind of doing covers and just kind of like playing random songs and like the basic guitar stuff like Wonderwall, like literally the most easy stuff to play. But actually before that in college, so I started college like 2018 and I had friends who played instruments. So I had a friend who was a drummer and a friend who was a guitarist, and we were all doing physics in the same course. And they were like, I don't know, we just got along really well. And they were like, hey, you should come with, and we're going to play together, so you should sing, and like, we'll do stuff. So I sang for a few songs, but then eventually, like, my friend taught me the drums. So I started playing drums in the band, and we would like kind of swap between the two. It was never really a serious thing. It was just very much like, oh, we'll just do covers and go to, Troubadour Studios.
Yep.
Yeah, we would just go to Troubadour because it was near DCU, and we would just rehearse. And then, like, the pandemic happened, so that kind of died out. But then, 2021, my friend, I was like, oh, I'm going to, like, start learning to play guitar. My friend was like, oh, don't buy one. I have one in my nan's house. I don't use it. And it was, like, a Squire Strat. She, like, gave it to me. It's returned
with electric?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So she's it's back with her now. Because I have like a Fender Mustang now. But like that's basically the gist of how I started. Kind of like it was honestly for me. A lot of it is happenstance. Like I've just kind of fallen into it a bit. Like my friends will just be like, same thing with Iggy. It was like, oh, should we just try this thing? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Like I've never been that person that was like, I really want to be an artist. I really want to be a musician. Like I want to be on stage so bad. Like I was never like that. It was always just like my friends being like, oh, should we do this thing? And I was like, yeah, like we will. And just like, here for the ride, basically.
Well, there's two things actually kind of interesting about what you're saying. The first set you start with drums, which is like, how's that like actually learn drums? I mean, were you being taught by your friend or you just kind of learning?
Yeah, so my friend was teaching me like basic beats.
Yeah.
And she was teaching me like fills and like all these like cool tricks. So that's how that started. And then I kind of learned by just doing songs I liked. So one is, there was a few Green Day songs, I forget off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, some like, I was like, oh, Green Day, and then like Red Hot. Sorry? Oh no, it was not Basket Case, something Brain Stew.
Well,
Brain Stew has really good drums, and I was really into Red Hot Chili Peppers at the time, and like obviously like Chad Smith, one of the best drummers ever. So I was like,
Ferrell?
yeah, I would copy Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just played those songs. I wouldn't say there was anything. Like, I never got into the theory of it. The same way with guitar, I'm, like, really struggling to get into the theory because I've never been a theory person creatively, which I know it helps so much, but I struggle so much to get into the theoretical side of things. Just because, like, my day job, I did, like, a physics degree. My day job's, like, in research and development. I find it like when I'm trying to do something creative and then I have to go into like the technical aspects of it, it's like really draining. So I kind of honestly, I just kind of avoid it if I can.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's really interesting. It's like how many musicians actually go military.
Yeah.
And what I always think is a good sort of pairing in a project is someone who's really technical and someone who has no technical prowess in that regard in terms of
That
theory.
is so us.
And you just,
Like,
yeah, exactly. You just marry the two together,
Yeah.
and it's like it's very interesting because someone comes in with something that's like idiosyncratically crafted and that sounds very different, and then someone else can add the theory, build a theory upon that base. So, and when it came to guitar, that's another interesting. So, I would for people who are getting into guitar, I always recommend start with acoustic because once you learn how to play the instrument, then you can move on to electric and like worry about tone and things like that, and worry about like amp settings and pedals and all that. So you started with electric. What was your tone like to begin with?
Ooh, oh my god. See, so
were you plugging just straight into the?
Yeah. Actually, that's funny because I was just thinking this morning. I was like, oh, like I didn't even have effects pedals till last year, till we started
tone
this
has
band.
come so far, so far.
That's interesting because like Skyless is very effects heavy. So,
Yeah. So
Our first rehearsal, did you have pedals?
I don't know. I think I did. I think I had a reverb and a distortion.
Okay.
I had two basic, and I didn't even have like a pedal board. I had like a daisy chain, and it was because my friend, she gave me an amp, like it came with the electric guitar, and it just had clean and distortion.
Yeah.
And so I was only interested in.
Was it one of those like Marshall 100-watt apps?
It was a Fender amp.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Fender. Sorry.
But
That's what I meant to say. It was one of them little.
yeah, it was little, and
Do you know the wattage?
I have no idea. It's been so long
No,
since
because I
I've
think I
used
had
it.
something like that too.
Fair.
Because I got some. No, actually, I was even more poor. I had like a cheap knockoff Strat as my first electric, so mine was a complete piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, fair. Yeah. The Strat she had actually was it was like a special edition where it actually had a full body.
Yeah.
Whereas, suppose I know a lot of Squires, they have like a slimmer body or something, but this was like a full body, so it was really easy to mod. But I didn't mod it. Instead, I just got like a Fender
Yeah,
instead.
I've never modded it.
Yeah.
I've always been too afraid.
I think it's honestly so easy. Like soldering is so easy, but it's just like kind of like, oh, was it worth the money? And it just wasn't.
Exactly.
So I got like a Fender Mustang instead. But yeah, my tone. I only really wanted to play either like simple songs or rock music.
Yeah.
So the distortion on it was fine for that. Like if I wanted to like cover a rock song or something. I think
Do you ever use digital effects? Or?
yes, I'm so like it's all very like low tech kind of stuff because I have a MacBook from
It's lo-fi.
yeah, I'm very lo-fi. I'm extremely lo-fi. That's it.
Bedroom
Thank you.
pop.
Yeah, bedroom pop, bedroom rock for sure. Because I think my MacBook is from 2010, and so you can't even
That's
get
older than me.
yeah, you can't even get updates for it anymore. Like I can't update my software, so I have like really old GarageBand. I don't even have Logic. I have GarageBand, and
GarageBand's underrated.
I love it.
I
I
love
think
GarageBand.
what
It's great.
Grimes made an album on it, and it's one of her best. Like it's really popular. So,
It's like a 2000s GarageBand.
Yep.
Like when Obama was still in.
yeah.
I think Declan McKenna still uses it.
I think he
along
does,
with
yeah.
the basic Focusrite interface.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I started that was it, yeah. So 2021 and 22. It's early 2022. I bought my first Scarlett Focusrite because my mom gave me her MacBook and she got a new one and she was like, "Okay, you can have this." And I just like started Googling like how to record music, and it was like everyone was like, get the Scarlett Focusrite. So I got it obviously, and had a mic and everything, and I just started like recording songs in my bedroom, very lo-fi, very much bedroom pop type stuff, like Clairo kind of.
Yeah.
And never released it. I think there's like some snippets on my Instagram, but nothing came of it because I only graduated college like 2023, and again I was doing physics, so like it was a really intensive course. I didn't really have time to pursue music too much, And I think I find that music for me is very difficult to do when I don't have someone to do it with. Like, it's that motivation, right? Like with my
Yeah.
friends, learning drums was so easy because they all were like, hey, we're going to go to rehearsal. And so I would be motivated to kind of practice, I guess. Yeah.
So, Iggy, I want to get you on this. So, your background a little bit. I think we might have discussed this when I interviewed Picture Postcard.
Possibly, yeah, but I'll say it all again.
I don't have, I have a terrible memory. I apologize.
So yeah, like Sophia, I was also kind of relatively late to the game. I started learning in 2018 when I got a guitar for my birthday. And it was also like a cheap knockoff Strat from Amazon that came with an amp as well. And I sort of just played that for like the next 7-8 months, actually a year plus, I think. And
I
I
have to
got
ask again. Sorry, tone. What does it
oh,
sound like?
it was bad.
I'm fascinated by.
I didn't have any pedals,
Yeah.
but on the amp did have like an overdrive button.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it did because when I turn it on, all I would hear is like the static coming from it go up, and when I play
That's a
it,
dead relative trying to communicate with you, by the way.
yeah, like I would strum and nothing would really happen. It would just sound louder, and I didn't realize that like the harder I strum, that's how I can get some distortion out of it.
Yeah.
I eventually figured that out, and so I could have a very bad distorted tone along with a very bad clean tone as well.
Yeah, it's very
Worst of both
relatable.
worlds.
Very relatable.
Yeah, and I kind of just learned on that electric.
What
was-
sort of thing were you like learning songs you liked, or were you just like playing and coming up with stuff?
Yeah, I was kind of just learning songs I liked. The first song I learned was "Come As You Are" by Nirvana, and then, so yeah, just like simple riffs from songs like that, and also just chords.
Yeah. That's
You know, your
you're never
basic-
going to replicate that without a chorus pedal.
No,
Come
you're
As
not.
Well, did you sing as well? Like when you were
No,
playing?
I never sang. I still don't sing.
'Cause, like,
Maybe someday I'll sing.
One thing I'm always like, I used to play that song too, and like I would always just, I do the intro, and then when the vocals came in, I'd sing, and I'd just like switch the chords. But if you actually listen to Kurt, he's actually doing real. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's. I actually think Kurt is like so underrated in that regard because people don't really rate him much as a guitarist. Like, oh, he was serviceable for what he was doing, but like I think his ability to be able to sing and play those riffs at the same time, it's like. I just don't have the fortitude for that. It's
We
like,
have
yeah,
a
it's
friend that's
very-
really good at it.
Yeah.
We do have a friend that's really good at it. You
Oh my
interviewed him
god.
actually.
Oh yeah, Jimmy from Kinkara.
Oh yeah.
He's so good at
He's-
it.
yeah, he's great
Like
at it.
he'll be singing, playing like doing all these things with his fingers, and I'm like, oh.
Jimmy's really modest too, because like he
He's too modest.
when I was talking to him,
He's great.
just
I
ki-
love him.
He's kind of just like, yeah, I'm alright with it.
No,
Like,
I love him so much. He's so nice as well.
He is very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't tell him you said that.
He won't be listening to
Anyway,
us.
like, yeah. Going back to what you were saying about the singing and the riff playing, I
Yes.
was at the initial reason why I got a guitar is because like I really liked singing along to the songs I liked. So I thought, what's better playing along to them with an instrument as well.
Yep.
But when I got my guitar, I kind of started learning riffs and completely forgot about that part. So in another universe, maybe I'm like a rhythm guitarist who sings. But no, I'm just a lead guitarist who plays riffs and shit like that. Yeah. Anyway, I kept just learning guitar casually for about like 6-7 months, and eventually I realized, I want to study this in college because I didn't know what else to do. And so I eventually got a teacher. I started taking lessons with him. He taught me a bunch of theory stuff. And then, a few months later, I decide I want to go to BIM. I take the audition and I get in 2020. And yeah, just kind of
Great year
sprang
to
from
start
there.
college. Great year to start in college.
Yeah, I know, fantastic.
Actually, well, it would have been September, right? Like if you're enrolling in 2020, so COVID's already on, the pandemic's already on.
COVID's
so
already
that
on.
didn't dissuade
Yeah.
you.
No, not at all. I mean, I probably should have taken a year out, waited.
You
So,
play,
but-
discover yourself, do play.
yeah,
only.
but hey, what are you gonna do? So yeah, again, started when I was 16. About a year and a half later, I started studying it for college. So yeah, I took to it.
And how did you two meet?
Oh, we met online, but we don't like to tell people because they're like, "Oh my god, you're dating," and it's like, no. We just met on
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, we just met online and we just like shoegaze. So
Wait, were you just like looking for bands?
no, we just like we both like shoegaze, and like I mean I wasn't looking for a band at the time anyway, but because he like went to BIM, I was like, ooh, let me show this guy my songs. And
Yeah, I was working on a few projects. I was in Kinkara at the time.
Yes.
were
But
you?
yes, I was
Oh,
already
okay.
in it.
Okay.
But I didn't have like a
By the way,
shoegaze project.
Still looking for members as far as I'm aware. The last update.
They
So
are.
if anyone wants to audition for King Carol, let you
Yeah, lead guitar. They're looking for someone.
There you go,
Okay.
Jimmy. You can pay me for that plug. Sorry.
Great.
So you're playing King Cara.
Yes.
Picture postcard, is this yet? Or?
No, they wouldn't come till later. But yeah, I wanted to be part of a shoegaze band because that's what I like doing. That's what I like writing. I had a bunch of demos ready. And so Sophia came along and she also liked shoegaze and could play a bit of guitar and could sing. So I was like, hey, why not? Let's just start this. I showed her some of my demos. We put some vocals on them and yeah.
So
Yeah.
what, the demos you were sending Iggy, what did they sound like?
Very lo-fi bedroom
Yeah.
pop stuff.
But the gaze was there.
Yeah, I would say the gaze was there, because I had put a bunch of effects on it using GarageBand.
Sure.
So it wasn't just like I didn't have any effects pedals, but I was using all like GarageBand effects to like make it sound like really gazey.
Yeah.
Because I knew that he liked shoegaze, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. Like I think in my head I was just like, oh, we'll just like play songs together like in the rehearsal studio or something. Because again, that's what me and all my friends have done. Like I've done that with so many of my friends. Like I thought I would just do it with Iggy. I didn't think it would like turn into, oh, let's actually record and like release stuff and gig. I thought it was just a fun thing we could do to hang out, which is it's still a thing we do to hang out. But
So you guys meet online, so I want to delve a bit into this because I'm still a little uncertain. So where did you meet exactly? Like?
Yeah, we met on Bumble. But like,
Oh really? Okay.
but yeah, we met on Bumble,
Alright,
but it wasn't
alright.
like
But it's a BFF thing?
no, it was the dating part.
It was
but
the dating part.
Scandalous.
It was, and then so that's why we're just like, don't tell people because like
Alright, sorry.
they're gonna assume stuff about us.
Alright, I'll admit this if you want.
Yeah, they like to assume stuff about us, and we're just like, oh, it doesn't help that we met on Bumble. Don't tell people. But it's like,
so entertaining though.
yeah, it's like we should.
That's a good story though.
Maybe we should start telling.
It's like a Meg Ryan from what they started a shoegaze band.
It's who?
Meg Ryan. Oh, it's that an old man reference. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
She was
Meg
like the big
Ryan
boss. Yes.
from like
She knows
the
every
the
movie,
films.
so don't worry about it.
Yes.
But which film are you referring to?
Well, she's been in a bunch. She's been in When Harry Met Sally. She's
I love
been
that
in,
film.
You've Got Mail. She's been
I
in-
love that film
She
as
is
well.
Ignas as well.
Yeah, she is. Tom
You
Hanks.
wanted me- You scared me there because like every now and again I reveal my age by saying something
Oh,
so
no.
antiquated. Everyone beats the shit out of me.
I've seen every film ever.
Every film
No.
ever.
No.
Did
Yeah.
you see did you see the one about the train coming into the station? Scared the shit out of me. Not sleep.
I know that
Sleep.
reference.
That one scared the hell out of me.
I actually don't know that reference.
Oh,
It's like the first film ever. It's like a
this
short
train
clip.
coming into the station. I thought it was coming at me.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an old clip of a train coming. And it's
seen
a
that,
clip
yeah.
of a train. That's all it is.
100 years later, still terrifies me. So you guys met on.
Boom, boom.
And
Yeah.
so when did you like meet up in terms of like starting the project? So you were sending demos first, you mentioned. So
No. Like we met up for like a drink, and we were just talking and stuff. Like usual. Like we did go on a date. Like our band members do know this, that we did like try to date for like it was very short. It was like a month, and but
I don't mean to pry. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, I figured I was like, this is definitely gonna come up, so I should be ready to like talk about
I
this.
think it was like 6 weeks.
Wow, he knows. Wow. It was not. I won't bother arguing.
It's a little
But-
under 2 months.
It was no, because it was like over that time
Yeah.
that we were working on music together, and we were like, oh, like we're gonna be on this project together. Like, do you want to keep dating? And it was kind of a conversation of like, wouldn't it be weird? Like, I don't think we were like that
You could
invested
have been
in
like
it
the new
either.
White Stripes.
No. Yeah, no, we weren't that invested
Where
in
people are
it.
like, are they siblings? Are they dating?
Yeah, like we only had a couple of dates, so it wasn't a big deal if we stopped.
Yeah.
You just ran
Especially since I genuinely probably cared more about starting the band than,
You did.
you know,
That's the thing as well.
being in a
That's the thing.
relationship.
I was like, the reason we stopped seeing each other is because I was like, I kind of feel like he's not that into me.
Oh.
But it's fine. We're like really good friends, so it's all good.
Anyway.
No, we were like, we gotta prepare to talk about this because he's gonna ask how we met, and it's like,
Yeah.
like our friends know, everyone knows that.
Now
That's our
everyone knows.
history. Yeah.
Now everyone.
Now everyone knows.
Now everyone knows. And
But no, like so many people know. We literally try not to talk about it because there was like when we first came out or like whatever gigged, and just like from then onwards, people were like, "Oh, are you two dating? You two dating?" And we were like, "No, we're not. So we just like. We were trying so hard to beat the allegations, like it was crazy.
that's a very offensive thing to say. You're on stage and everyone's like, are you two dating from the crowd? You're just like, we're trying to play music.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
I think that's also why I don't want to talk about it because like even if Iggy and I like did
See,
date,
it only makes sense if you do that to every artist. You know, it's only fair if you do that to every artist you see live. Are you two dating?
oh yeah, exactly. I like that's another reason why like even if Iggy and I did date, like I wouldn't want to talk about it because
So there's a possibility that you're still dating. Oh, okay.
there's this thing, right?
It's like people see an independent woman with her own band and assume she's there because of the guitars.
and like sorry, just the way you said that, I'm like, is he joking? Because like
Slash J's.
I read that as
I mean-
sincere.
yeah, because I have expressed Iggy like that's how I feel. Especially like, and I've talked about this before, and it is also one of the reasons why I was like, I don't want to like keep dating or whatever.
Sure.
Is that when I'm in those spaces, and like I meet people and they have like their girlfriends, and like their girlfriends are very nice people, very like creative. They're doing their own thing, but they get delegated to being your one's girlfriend. And it's like she's her own person, but it's just in such like a male-dominated space. Everyone is like, "Oh, you're this person's girlfriend. You're here because you're someone's girlfriend," and it's like, that's like another reason why I've thought about like being in like an all-female band or something. I'm like, that sounds so nice, but you know, I like my friends. I like Iggy. I like Dara and Dan who play bass and drums with us. So I'm like, I'm not gonna leave them just because I want to be in like an all-girl band or something.
Well,
but
you don't necessarily have to leave the band for that to happen.
that's true, but I just don't have a lot of time. Like, I really don't. So it's just like, it's this or something else, you know. But yeah, that's like one of the, I suppose, big reasons we just like don't talk about it. Because like, I don't want my public image being attached to a relationship. That's very much something that I'm like,
I think that's very reasonable.
yeah, and if I was in a relationship, like I could see like it's very much something I choose to be proud about. Like there's like Saint Vincent, she's an artist I really like, and she has a wife and a child, and nobody knew for years. I assume obviously her like close friends did, but like the public didn't know for years and years and years.
She was saying Cara Delevingne. That's the last time I heard.
What about Cara Delevingne?
I thought she was saying Cara Delevingne.
Oh no, I think it must be someone else.
That's how antiquated my
No, Saint Vincent. Maybe they were dating like 10 years ago or something, but like in the past decade, she's gotten married and had a kid.
Yeah.
And nobody knew. And I'm like, yeah, I want that to be me. Like, because I don't know. I just think, obviously, I'm not like super famous or anything, but I don't want to start like a habit of being super public about my private life.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So, Skyless is a pretty young band. It's only been around for a little under 2 years now. Is that right? 2024?
A year and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the kind of, I guess, officially start, then when did it kind of come, this is a project, this was being christened?
Oh.
I think when we were just writing music for a while, and you know, putting some vocals over some old demos. And then eventually I got a gig for us because I just thought, hey, why not? It'd be fun. It's a good way to get this off the ground. Because, well, she thought this band was going to be all fun and games. I was like, let's get some gigs. Let's release some stuff. Let's make an Instagram.
What was your first show?
I was Workman's main stage. We opened for King Cara.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Martina and the Moons played, Skull de Pierre.
Yep, those two too. Shout
I
out.
I thought I saw you guys actually at a Martini the Moon's gig at Sinead. Does that seem right?
No.
We played at Sinead a few times. Not
I've been
with,
getting,
not with
I've been
Martina,
getting the
though.
event wrong.
Yeah.
I saw you at a gig in Sinead. I think that was the first time I saw you guys.
Oh, okay.
For some reason I thought it was that show. But
Okay, Gran. Yeah, no, we haven't played with Martina and the Moons at Sinead, nor have we gone to see them at Sinead.
who did we open for in Sinead? I'm pretty sure
okay.
I saw you guys there at some point.
Played?
We played there once with Mother of Pearl, Dumb Posh Hippies, and Tone Deaf.
Wasn't that show?
And then we played
Fragile Animals?
We opened for Fragile Animals as well.
Oh, I wanted to go see
with
that.
Telepora.
I was
with
fucking thinking that
Telecare,
day. I
yeah.
really wanted to see Fragile Animal. I
Yeah.
interviewed them because Michael set it up, Michael Smith, and I really wanted to go to that show. It was on the day. Like I forget, I had something on. I couldn't. I was so annoyed.
Yeah, oh.
No,
you know,
I,
they
what
were
it
really
was?
good.
I was.
They're
I had to.
fantastic. Yeah.
Actually, I remember now. It was July 4th. It was Independence Day. I remember that.
Yeah,
And
that's
I wanted,
that gig.
yeah, and I wanted
Yep.
to go to that gig, and I couldn't go because I was interviewing Gibby Haynes from the Buchholz Surfers, and he didn't turn up.
Really?
So I had to reschedule. I was interviewing him for Totally Dublin,
That's
and he didn't turn up, and I had to reschedule it. And I was like, oh, I wanted to see that show. So hopefully they'll be back next year. They're all the way in Australia.
Yeah, no, they're very good.
I'm pretty sure I've seen. I don't know. I definitely saw you guys at the Soundhouse anyway. At that time, you were open for Virgins. I thought I saw you guys at Sinead, but I don't know.
Like, we could have been there. Like, he's played with Picture Postcards.
Yeah,
So maybe it was one of those gigs where I was just, like, in the crowd.
maybe.
Maybe? Was I on stage in your
I'm
memory?
pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember. Anyway, I could be getting you wrong. I apologize.
Yeah, maybe it's some other one. I don't know. Because I'm like, we've only played Sinead twice, right?
I think so.
Okay, because my memory
That
is-
video, that Skelly video, that's from the Mother of Pearl.
Yeah,
Tone
it
Deaf
was
thing.
Mother of Pearl, Tone Deaf,
Okay.
I don't
and
think it was
Dumb
at that
Posh Hippies.
Maybe it was that. Maybe that
March?
was the show.
March?
Yeah, that could.
Was I
that
wearing a
could be
blue
there.
shirt?
I can't remember that. I'm not that detailed in my memory. It could have been that show. Yeah, I've seen Dumb Posh Hippies. I can't remember if I've seen Mother of Pearl. But anyway, so you guys play your first show. How'd it go?
I was super nervous.
Had you performed live? Because you mentioned you were in the band prior.
Oh, no, we only ever
So this
did
is your first
rehearsal.
ever gig?
Yeah, first ever gig, first time ever being on stage. I was very nervous.
Did
but
you see the crowd? Were you looking at them?
Yeah,
You could see them?
yeah.
That's
well,
worse.
well, like the lights were on and,
Sometimes when
they
it
were
blinds
dark.
you, it's actually kind of beneficial because you're like,
Yeah.
everyone's just in amorphous
Like
shape.
they weren't like super clear or anything, but I could tell because
Yeah.
like the room was kind of full, so it's not like I could look away. But
She was
You
super
didn't see
nervous.
I was like crashing out.
She was
I
super grumpy.
crashing
She
out.
was so mad at me.
I don't remember why I was mad at him,
I was
but
being too mean to her in practice.
yeah, he was. So we were rehearsing a lot. So I want to say we started rehearsing like the gig was in April. I think we started rehearsing in like late February, early
Yeah,
March.
February.
And
And you were already a full band at this point. You weren't playing as a two-piece.
Yeah,
we had friends help us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, our bassist and drummer were kind of in and out for a few months.
yeah, so
we got a bunch of different people to play various gigs.
like our proper lineup only really formed last December.
Okay.
And we only ever played our first gig as like this current lineup in January. And like the reason it's only us here is because like we've been the only consistent members, and also like Dara and Dan, they very much want to stay in the background. They don't really
Are they dating?
no. But they always ask that about bassists and drummers. They do. They're like, are
Rhythm
they
sections,
dating?
yes.
Yeah. But what was it? They like maybe one day they'd want to be in like the front of the band as well with us, but like right now they're like, no, like we want you to be the face of the band. We want you to like kind of do that.
Your thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's like a couple bands that do that. Like Widow's Peak is a band I like that do that. They clearly have like a backup, but
Yep.
like
Beach
it's-
House as well.
Oh
Beach
yeah,
House,
Beach
yeah.
House, yeah. There's a few, definitely. And yeah, so that gig was really fun actually. It turned out really fun. But like I wouldn't get Yeah, Iggy was like kind of harsh in rehearsal. Because again, I was here, I thought this is all fun and games. And he was like, no, you need to get your timing right. And I did.
Yeah.
He was like very mean to me. And I was like, like but it turned out all okay in the end.
How do
was
you find
really-
that as a motivator?
Yeah, it was a great
Check it out.
motivator.
Fine. It was really stressful because our drummer got sick like the same week.
Yeah.
So our last rehearsal, we had a different drummer who didn't know the set, had to learn the whole set, and he was fantastic.
And he's so good.
He was so
still
good.
we're,
Shout
like,
out Sam.
Yeah, we're still really good friends with him. And we like always go to his gigs. Or not gigs, like he sets up gigs. So we always go.
Alternative Hour Promotions. Check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I like Sam a lot. Great drummer. And he's gonna be releasing stuff as well soon.
What's his project?
We don't know. It's she's like
can't
so
say.
mysterious. It's
Okay,
so
okay.
mysterious. We don't
Yes.
even know
Okay.
its name.
I was just trying to plug him. But...
Yeah. But just what's it? Sam. He has
Well, what was the promotion company again?
Sorry?
What was the promotion company again?
Alternative Hour.
Hours.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned there. You probably.
Yeah.
One of them actually once texted me and said something along the lines of, "Hey, how do you make shoegaze?" And I was like,
You look at your shoes.
"Yeah, you look at your shoes. You have have like a grand worth of pedals."
Have 2 reverbs.
Yes.
That's
2
all.
reverbs.
2 reverbs. Yeah.
Oh, had you actually decked out by then? Like decked out your
Ooh, okay, let me try to remember. I think I'd had a pedal board by that point, but it was literally just. I think I had gotten a compressor.
Yep.
Because, I was doing my research. They were like, get a compressor. You need it. And
So were you trying to replicate the sounds you're making in GarageBand, or were you trying to do something totally new?
I was trying to do something completely different. Like I was just listening to Iggy. He was just like, you need a reverb and you need a distortion. And like, that's just 2 things. But then I was like, Googling like how to make my tone better basically. And they were like compressor pedal. And so Keeley, I think they're known for their compressor pedals. I got one of those. And that was like at that point my most expensive pedal. It was like 100 something, maybe close to 200.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because like I remember coming into my rehearsal after getting that compressor and they were like, "Whoa, your tone," and I was like, "It's the compressor pedal, yeah." So I just
were you always going to do like physical pedals? Was digital not an option for you?
Sorry, was what not?
Was digital not an option for you? Because like this is actually
Oh.
something I've spoken to Michael about this, and he says Michael Smith, and he's always saying like, yeah, there's huge infighting in the shoegaze community.
Uh-huh.
He seems very political, and I'm kind of divorced
Oh.
from. I like shoegaze, but I'm kind of divorced from the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
But apparently there is a debate between pedals versus digital.
I think for me it's like by digital you mean like the multi-effect
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, for me it's definitely that I would get like I think it's great if you know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing and I was going to be overwhelmed with the choice. So I knew that if I had a multi-effects pedal or like multi-effects unit, I would not know how to do my tone because I would just have like infinite settings that I could do on it, right? Infinite like effects. So having like this is my distortion, this is my fuzz, this is my reverb, and this is my echo, like I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah.
And like that, like I obviously touch the knob sometimes, but it's more like I'm not trying to find like the perfect reverb,
That's the thing, you can go so mad trying to find like
Yeah.
that perfect tone.
And I knew that I
Totally
would.
same,
Like
yeah.
Iggy's
You
got.
don't have OCD though.
Oh, I do,
Oh,
but
really?
like it's
Yeah,
something else
um,
completely.
Like I wouldn't know too much about like which one's actually better tone-wise, quality-wise. But I find that I'm most creative when I kind of set parameters for myself.
Sure.
And so I like having just a set amount of pedals that are my own, that give me my tone, that give my sound a unique identity.
But you got like what, like
I
10 pedals
yeah,
or
I
got
something?
like 9,
Nine, that's not too
I've-
bad.
but that's only
Single
9.
digit.
That's
Single
only
digit.
9.
Like,
A Helix has
is
like
that
800.
including your tuner and your everything else?
That's including my tuner and
Okay,
compressor.
1,
Okay.
2, including my tuner and compressor. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6.
Okay.
So you've only got 3 more than me.
Yes.
Really? That's crazy. Okay,
You have a
interesting.
phaser?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have a phaser. It's
Yeah.
literally just
Phasers are
distortion, fuzz, reverb, and then like delay / echo, that kind of one.
Phases
Okay,
are
I
pretty
mean,
cool. They
if
can make
we're-
anything sound cool.
If we're going just effect by effect, I'd probably have like closer to 12 or 13, but you know.
But do you bring all of them on stage? Or?
Yeah, they're all hooked up.
Yeah, see, that's that
It's all one
OCD
big
thing.
board.
I'd be like, I need them all, just even if I'm not going to use them. I just, if I own it, I need it here, just, in case. Like,
Yeah.
then you start a small fire from all the plugs.
Yeah.
Do you actually have to? Yeah, actually, one thing that actually put me off when I was like learning electric guitar and when I started experimenting with pedals for the first time was not daisy chain. That was fine, but like the actual like plugs required for each pedal and stuff like that. I know now you can get the daisy chain thing for the plugs.
Yeah.
That drove me insane because I didn't have one of those, so it's like so it's like running out of space in the electrical.
Yeah. I remember actually when I was 2022, I was like, at that time I was like seeing a guitarist and he had like a bunch of effects pedals. He also liked shoegaze. And I remember something that put me off pedals was like he showed me his pedals, and then I remember going home and Googling like how much these pedals were, and they were like 100, 200 euro.
Yeah.
And so like that's another reason why I didn't get like effects pedals for the longest time, because I was like, well, I'm just playing in my room. Why am I going to spend like 200 euro on this? Again, I was in college, and like this guy, he was a bit more serious about music. He'd been playing in bands and stuff. But for me, I was like, it's not worth it because I'm in college and I have no money.
Yeah.
Why am I going to spend 200 euro on a pedal?
Yeah,
but now I do.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Fun.
Yeah, like one of my reverbs, it retails for like 200 something, but I managed to get it for 150, like secondhand. Keeley again was like almost 200. I'm looking at a Boss chorus for Christmas. That's going to be about 200.
And many years until you try to build your own.
Oh.
People do their own homemade ones.
Yeah. I actually have a friend that does that.
I see again. I'd be too
Yeah.
fucking nervous. I'd be like, I'm gonna short circuit the entire city or
Well,
something.
he did a master's in like electrical engineering,
Okay.
something like that. So I'm like, he's pretty comfortable with circuits.
Would you ask him for a personalized one?
Yeah, he doesn't. He seems very like hesitant to offer his services because I think he's just so like I don't think he like believes in himself enough or something. But I wonder it'd be nice.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not.
Well, you have to be the one to show him.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'd want at the same
You're
time.
such a
Maybe I
great
could-
electrician.
Yeah, maybe, maybe just ask him for a chorus. Be like, oh, you'd be so good at making a chorus pedal. You should make this for me.
So Skyless, the name, how'd that come about?
Yeah, I had a dog named Sky, and then like
Oh no,
as the band was forming and we were writing music, he passed away.
sorry to hear.
Yeah,
Now losing dogs is fucking hard.
yeah. He had
What type of dog was it?
a Yorkie.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah, so he had, I think it was like liver cancer, and like I think,
I lost a dog to cancer.
and
too.
like that is so rapid. Like it's even in humans as well. It's like once you get like, I think it's like either liver. Yeah, I think it's like liver cancer. If you get that, it's like you have a month or two
metabolized.
left to live. So he got like diagnosed in, I want to say like December.
Yeah.
And
23.
yeah, 2023. And by January, like we had to put it down. Like it was really bad. So,
It was kind of an honor to him.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's why I'm very like attached to the name.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is like for me it just feels so personal because I'm like I named this in honor of him.
Yeah.
Because like oh yeah, like I guess the themes of our music is like it kind of explores loneliness and like isolation and also feelings of anger and
I was kind of feeling the disassociation. So
yeah, definitely dissociation. But like a lot of like introspection, but it's almost like you're so like in your head that you feel so disconnected
Yeah.
as well. And I felt like the name really reflects that because, you know, like he was a really bright part of my life. And I think just dogs in general. Like I have a new dog now and I love him so much. And I think not having this like bright light in my life felt skyless because like that's the effect it had on me. Like it just felt like when he was gone I was like I don't have this bright thing in my life anymore. I felt it was very fitting for the project.
That's a great answer. I actually am trying to think of a follow-up for that. So what's kind of interesting, I guess, that's kind of like as this band was coming in into existence, it sort of does seem like a metamorphosis or a different time in your life, kind of like a new phase, kind of beginning one.
Yeah.
In a very like I don't know, like obvious way. Did it feel like that in a sense? Did it feel like I don't know, like the music you would have been making had you been alive changed like after he'd gone?
I think there was a lot of things that made this band feel like Kismet, because I met Iggy like November 2023, and my like 2-year relationship had ended September, and so I was already like in my feelings trying to process it, and I was writing music to process that, and then like we were living together, so I had to move back home to my parents, and that fair enough, like it did give me a lot of space to like buy more equipment as well, so like that was kind of a nice part of it. It gave me like a lot more freedom because I wasn't like worrying about paying bills, so I was very much like in a happy creative place, and I like so I was writing music, hanging out with my friends, meeting new people, and then like Sky, he passed away, and I had a lot of emotions about that. And so there was a lot of things ending during that period, but also like a lot of new things happening. Like I was making loads of new friends, and like outside of Iggy, I was meeting so many new people and like forming like new circles as well. So that was definitely like a source of inspiration, and things I wanted to explore. Like I really wanted to explore grief and like closing certain chapters of my life. Like our new song Gasoline, believe it or not, like that was first written in like 2022. So that relationship I was in ended. It was on and off, and I've written that like the first time we broke up.
Wait, it was on and off when you were living with him?
No, it was on and off before we started living together.
I really feel like I'm prying. I don't mean to.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to.
I feel like it can't be avoided because I feel like music is so personal.
Sure.
But no, like so that like there's just important context here. Is like that relationship was on and off. Then we moved in together.
Okay.
And it was written like during one of our off periods, like in 2022, and it was only like when this band got together that I was able to like finish that song. And
so long was the process of Gasoline, actually.
Yeah. So that was, I didn't even have lyrics or anything, or sorry, I didn't have chords when I first wrote it. I just remember like writing the lyrics down in a notebook. I found it later, and then I remembered the melody because I was like, oh, I like that melody. I'd like to use it one day. And I remember one day, so this was like May, June last year, maybe April even. So we'd like just done our first gig, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like learn how to write chords. So I like pulled up major guitar scales or something, the chords website, and I looked at like, I actually don't know what key the song is in. I think I was like looking at like the E minor scale.
There's actually a website you can just put your own music into, it'll tell you the key.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
I forget what it's called, but if you just look it up, like I think it's just called What Key Is the Song.
Yeah. I think
it'll also tell you the beats per minute.
You have used that before.
So.
I think I might have, yeah. But yeah, I just like I looked up the E minor scale.
It's in G. Great. I don't know what that means, but it's in G.
Yeah. I just like looked up the notes on the guitar.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's try make chords from these notes.
Yeah.
And then that's how we wrote Gasoline. And then I made a demo on my it was June. I remember now, it was June because I made that demo in June and I sent it to like a few of my friends. And by that point we had met our drummer Dan. So he DM'd us on Instagram just being like, oh, like, I like what you're doing. If you're looking for a drummer, let me know. And we were like, we actually are.
Yeah.
Because at that point, like, we were just switching between drummers.
It was
like just
such a dick move. You're like, we actually are down.
It was like whoever wanted to play with us, we would just play with. Like, we had 3 gigs at that point, and then like after our 3rd gig, like Dan contacted us and was like, hey, do you need a drummer? We were like, yeah, we do, please. And yeah.
Who's Sam played with, actually?
Sorry?
Who's Sam played with?
Oh, he's played with the Magazine Club. So they were a band back in, I want to say 2019.
I'm familiar with them.
I think they broke up in 2021.
Let me guess, COVID.
It was COVID, and then one of them went solo.
I like how like whenever it's just like 2020,
Yeah.
2021, everyone's like, I assume it was COVID. It's like
Something happened. I don't know what, but yeah.
it's got dark. That feels
Yeah.
that feels very dark. Just like I think something happened.
Something was in the air, you could say.
Oh yes. Hey, but we all survived it. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So when you guys did that first gig in the spring of 2024, how many songs did you have at that point? Was the set just everything you had, or
Yeah, it's everything we had.
Pretty
so
much.
roughly was it?
Yeah.
My Lover, My Runner.
Yeah, that was your debut single.
We
Yeah.
had Insomniac.
Insomniac. We
had
had
That
Searching.
we had Searching. It was very different, but we
Yeah.
had Searching. We had That I Want You.
And we had Bad at It.
We had Bad at It.
And that's 5 songs.
Bad at It doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
So how long were they written for? So like were they songs that you wrote individually and then brought to Iggy, or
Yeah,
were
they
those
were-
songs you worked on together?
They were.
So that's like a couple
I
of
don't
years
think.
worth of
Yeah,
material?
I don't think we really worked on any of the songs together. It was a mix of demos that I had on my laptop and demos that she had.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
Um,
So like roughly like what was yours and what was Iggy's?
My one was Searching.
Yeah.
It used to be a lot more kind of experimental sounding, almost like a post-rock song. It was very kind of eerie and slow and atmospheric. And she put some vocals on it. It sounded amazing. I wrote Insomniac as well, which is a very traditionally shoegaze kind of track. It's loud, it's heavy. I had the whole instrumental written for that. It was very kind of almost an evil sounding song. And
Can you do evil? Can you deliver evil?
no, like,
We can't do
that's
evil.
something about our music though, is that like it's like, oh, this could be pop, but it's like evil. Like someone said, oh, it's like not dream pop, it's like nightmare pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone
we-
said
That's cool.
Nightmare
That's cool,
Pop, and I
like,
was like, wow, that's a great name.
We get that a lot about our music, is that they tell us it's like that there's something dark about this,
Yeah.
and it's like there is.
Yeah.
There is. I don't know what it is, but there is. Like it might not be that obvious, but then it's like you kind of think about it, you're like, there's something dark here.
I can't believe the band with a dead dog as their logo makes dark music. That's
That's a good
crazy.
point.
Yeah, I felt that way with Gasoline when she showed me the initial demo. I was like, wow, this is like a kind of an evil sounding song. This is dark. I love it.
Well, I want to talk about Gasoline. Before I do, I want to talk about, you brought it up there, My Love, My Runner. So that was your first single was released, I think September last year, is that correct?
Yeah.
So what did you say on that as a debut? And generally, did you record all the songs in bulk, or are you going like one song at a time?
Kind of going one song at a time. With My Lover, My Runner, again, I had made the demo like late 2023 or something. Didn't have any vocals on it, but did have all the instrumentation done. And then I showed it to her. She put some vocals on it, and yeah, we performed it at our first gig. Sounded great. We thought it had the most potential, and it was most like representative of our sound. So we went with that. Over the next few months, we kind of refined it. We recorded some bits, and then it was mixed and mastered by me, and we released it.
Well, it's something interesting there about your dynamic. So, Sophia, you're putting lyrics to Iggy's songs. Iggy, you're giving. I assume like you're writing the lyrics, coming up with it. So you're kind of giving carte blanche to a different person to add
Yeah.
on to your music. How does that dynamic kind of work? Like, for you, Sophia, how does it feel like putting lyrics to something someone else has crafted instrumentally? And for you, Iggy, how does it feel kind of reigning that control and let someone else do that?
Yeah, it really, for me, like, I have to vibe with the feeling of it. Like, there are some songs I've composed.
So, sorry, does Iggy
Yeah.
kind of go, like, here's what it's going for, or do you just kind of listen to it and go, here's what I'm getting from it?
It really, it's a mix of everything, because I actually feel like I kind of prefer, right, when he has, like, a song almost, like, fully composed. Like, he knows when the opening is, when the verse is, this is the pre-chorus, this is the chorus,
Yeah.
and that structure of the song. He rarely has that. But like when he has that, I work really well with it. But what's happening lately within like the past year is that he is like, here's chords,
Yeah.
and then as a band, we collectively are like, okay, let's figure out the structure. So when he gives me the chords, I start going, okay, maybe this is what I'll sing to it. I might even rearrange the chords and then like introduce new chords to like make a pre-chorus or change it up in the chorus. So it's been a lot more like collaborative in that way. But earlier when he was just like, here's the verse, here's the chorus, verse, chorus, outro. Like, I found that, like, super easy for me, honestly. Because I find that when he's done that, that's when you know he's very confident in a piece.
Yeah.
Because, like, he knows how the song is structured. And so I know, even, like, just listening to it, like, this is good. Because he feels confident in it. But I feel like sometimes that's part of the songwriting process, I think, for both of us, is that when both of us are really confident in how a song sounds, we will present it, like, fully finished to the band. But I've noticed when we have a song, like, half finished, it's very difficult for the band to finish that. So I feel like one of us has to have a fully realized vision almost, or like a mostly realized vision for it to, like, almost, like, turn into a proper song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. So, Iggy's, and for you and me, there have been times where Sophia goes, here's what I'm thinking lyric-wise, and you're like,
No,
He never listens to my lyrics. He
Oh,
never
really?
listens.
so you can just say whatever you
I'm
want.
not a lyric
You
person.
can just do like
She
bakery
could say anything.
recipes.
Yeah.
That's why I like shoegaze. You can never hear what anyone's talking about.
Yeah, that's another part of it.
And yeah, I'm not much of a lyric guy. I don't really pay attention to lyrics in music. I sometimes appreciate good lyrics, but yeah, I let them do whatever they want because whatever they want because I trust my vocalists.
One thing I
always.
think is really interesting about like putting lyrics in music, if the track is already established, is you have to work within kind of the syllables of the song itself and what's permitted within the melody. For yourself, Sophia, do you concentrate on what it is you're trying to express in the lyrics and then condensing that to fit the music, or is it more so you're trying to you're listening to the song and you're trying to you're just going with the rhythm, maybe you're even just like using kind of filler words like or whatever, and then kind of words formulate from that? How's that kind of work for you?
Let me try to remember. Yeah, I would say, like, the melody comes first, so I'm just going.
That's what's really helpful when
Yeah.
you kind of bring like a concept to the band and then the band tries to work with it. You don't have to come with lyrics on the spot. You can just hum it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. But I think the most of the times that he's done that is he's always sent it to me before rehearsal, so it'll be like a video or like an MP3 file on email. So I have time to, like, sit down with it at home usually.
MP3, you don't use WAV.
Don't
You
use
use
what?
WAV. WAV.
Oh, it's too high. It's too high of a memory.
It's
clearer.
Yeah, I don't need it. We're lo-fi. We're lo-fi AF.
All your
But
music videos are in 420p.
I actually think My Lover, My Runner is in, like, 480p.
That's a great video, by the way.
Oh, thank
I was
you.
editing for. I was helping Skyrocket do. I forget who it was. I was doing videos for Skyrocket, and I was editing music videos for the artists that were being referenced. It was actually fucking big postcard I was doing for your guys. I don't know if that video ever got released, but I was splicing in the music videos that were being referenced, and Skyless came up and I was using that. I was like, this is a fucking great video. I'm not just saying that
Thank you.
to be polite or encouraging. Did you direct that yourself, or did you
Yeah.
Yep.
I
It's
did.
great. It's really good.
Director.
I made it. Like, I filmed everything.
She was
You know,
pissed that day.
Dude, it was so good.
Annie,
She always does her best work when she's angry.
I do though. But Annie sort of, right, like.
Oh, when you said piss, I thought you meant she was drunk.
No,
not that kind.
he was annoying me, right? Because, like,
It was like 1
She's like,
p.m.
because, like, when I'm behind the camera,
Yeah,
perfect.
sure.
I'm fine, I'm chill.
Yeah.
But when it's like Annie shot of me, right? I had to go to Iggy and be like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like, I had to, like, make him stand and be like, hey, this is me, and, like, you're doing this.
Yeah.
And then I would, like, film that and, like, show it to him, be like, okay, you need to film me like that, right?
Were you just filming on an iPhone? Or?
Yeah, just a phone.
And I used, like, an app, which name I forget, Dazcam,
That's fine.
to add the effects.
Oh, okay, so the effects was as you're recording it? Or?
No, it was
Oh, it was a
after.
post-production, okay.
Yes, so I cut it up in iMovie.
Yeah. I think inside movie actually.
Because again, I'm very lo-fi, I'm very basic.
Yeah.
I'm using iMovie.
I love using iMovie.
I've never used iMovie. I used DaVinci Resolve, which is free.
No, I use iMovie because for me, again, like it's almost like with the effects pedals. I love having a basic thing to work with. That's when I can get really creative because I have very basic tools. So iMovie, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna edit to the beats and then filter on top.
So
was it.
iMovie, GarageBand, are you just an Apple shill? Because you need to disclose
I
that.
have an iPhone, yeah.
I am an Apple shill too.
I have AirPods.
I do too, but they're shit.
I think it's because
The
Yeah.
AirPods, I always think they just lose their frequency so quickly.
quality over time, definitely.
Oh
But
my god, it's insane.
it's just because it's so. They use this word all the time. Seamless.
Yeah.
It's so seamless. Like I just put them on and they're connected to my iPhone.
I know. I'm thinking of getting what's the brand? Logitech or something? I can't remember.
I've heard good
I
things.
think
Yeah.
I might go for them. Yeah, because I like my AirPods, but the fucking quality. So I have 2 generations of them, and they're after a while they just shit in bed.
They are. I agree.
They're pretty terrible. So going back to Gasoline, this is your most recent single. So it's been about a year, a little over a year actually, since your first single. So
Yeah.
what did you decide on? Well, I guess like in terms of the pacing of your releases. Was that kind of determined preemptively, or is that just kind of like when it worked for you guys?
It's honestly just when it works.
Yeah.
I think we try to strategize to a certain point with the band for sure. And like earlier this year, we had like a good string of gigs
Yeah.
from like January till like
August.
honestly. And I think it's weird because like actually in between like June and in between like end of May and like end of August, we had like a little bit of a hiatus. Like I wasn't even posting.
Yeah.
We weren't posting on Instagram. Like we weren't doing anything. But actually during that time, while it seemed that we were on a hiatus, we were actually like recording demos because we were like, okay, let's have our songs recorded, just to have them recorded, and then we can like, if you're trying to get management or a record deal, not
Yeah.
that I'm honestly looking for a record deal, but like management maybe, they want to see your songs, so we were like, okay, let's have them recorded. But then, strategies change because, like, yourself with like the algorithms and stuff, it's like, what works for one band doesn't work for another band, and also like generally the advice is to release as much as you can just because of the nature of the algorithm. And so because a lot of the demos, actually most of the demos turned out like to be releasable quality, we were like, okay, let's have this mixed properly and have it mastered and just release it. And because we just felt it was a good time and we wanted to keep the momentum going because again, we had like a good string of gigs from beginning of the year till August, and we were like, okay, let's just keep the momentum going by like releasing a song.
Sure.
And also we had like a really good song in Gasoline.
Yeah.
And the sooner we release that, the better, I'd say, because
So
it's still very concurrent with our current sound.
Yeah.
And we are thinking about exploring different sounds in the future. So
sorry, sorry if you already covered this and I missed it, but so with Gasoline, so this was already recorded before that hiatus where you went and recorded demos.
It was like during the hiatus that we were
Okay,
recording.
so it was during
Yeah, so June.
And that kind of just stood out as like one that like we could kind of release one. Yeah.
I think from the very beginning that stood out as a song. I always loved it. I've been saying this for a while, but it's like our covet,
Yeah, Covet by Basement.
Or it's like our
that
youngest
song.
daughter by Superheaven.
Yeah,
It just has
it
that
really
vibe.
is. It has that vibe.
It's big, it's thick, it's explosive.
And I know that we're talking about these bands, but I just want to bring up again, like, those are like very male-fronted bands, and like the scene is very male-fronted. And I think what I really like about Gasoline, and just our music in general, but especially Gasoline, is like we explore that sound, but like with a female voice.
Yeah.
And that's something I really like about music. It's something I feel like is missing. I think like it's also another reason why I wanted to be released. Like we need more female voices in the scene. I think like Wisp is a really good one that she's like doing really good shoegaze with like female vocals, but like if you think about it, like in the scene, there's just like never like a woman singing, and so I was like, yeah.
And though in a weird way, I mean, actually, shoegaze has always been considered quite. It's been kind of a genre that actually embraces femininity somewhat. Do you agree with that? Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I was talking about this again. Whenever I talk about shoegaze, it always goes back to Michael. And
Fair.
Virgins obviously has a female
Yes.
vocalist.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, like, I don't want to misquote him, but from memory, he was saying that the heart of shoegaze is femininity. I don't know if you agree with that.
I would say it's feminine in the way that despite all the noise, I feel like it's very graceful and soft.
Yes, totally.
There's like a contrast, and I love that juxtaposition. I've always loved it. That's why I like shoegaze. It's like the soft vocals, and it is very melodic. But then you have these crunchy, distorted guitars, and that's exactly my kind of music.
Yeah.
Like that is it for me. And I feel like. So I guess like it's feminine in that way, but I think it's just unfortunate.
It's a very essential part of it.
I think definitely in its history, like you have Belinda Butcher and Rachel Goswell, I think is her last
Rachel
name.
Goswell.
Yeah, like those are My Bloody Valentine and Slowdive define shoegaze. They made it. But as shoegaze moved towards the 2000s, kind of like felt dipped, but then into the 2010s, it was all men doing shoegaze in the 2010s, and I'd like to see resurgence in the 2020s.
Sort of just male aggro.
Yeah.
I mean-
Oh, and you can tell like it gets very aggressive.
It gets
exactly.
aggressive. Yeah.
And so that is like a new type of shoegaze. Like it is shoegaze, but it's lacking that femininity that is so like rooted in the history of shoegaze.
Yeah, there's so much emphasis on harshness.
That's
rather
why
than,
I like
Yeah.
Gasoline. It has that emphasis on harshness with
Yeah.
that feminine grace attached to it.
Yeah, it has that feminine softness to it for sure.
Let me ask a more broader question. Do you think when it comes to music, there's a difference between male aggression and female aggression, how it's expressed?
I think it depends on the genre, right? Because we have like a lot of I have a lot of bands that I like Gag Reflex.
Yeah.
And
Gag
they
Reflex are great.
I love them. Like
Yeah.
I know the singer personally.
They're great.
Yeah, and so I feel like that expression of aggression, I feel like is very similar to other punk type bands that would, like really good screaming and like harsh guitars. But then I feel like there is a quiet rage that maybe like more like women, female artists are more prone to like exploring.
Yeah.
Or
I
more
like that.
keen to explore, let's say.
That's something that I like. I've been a huge proponent of. I sometimes think like when anger is expressed through music or art in general, like, you can do the Slayer thing and just like I fucking hate the world and just scream and shout, and that's effective. But for me personally, and I'm not saying this is better, it's just a preference, but I tend to prefer like bitterness. I tend to prefer like sardonic bitterness, like Elvis Costello or something like that. I think like when you listen to songs like that, it's just like you really get a sense of like disdain that's like much more deep rooted, because this is something I've thought about. Like I think when someone's shouting at you, I fucking hate you and I hope you die. If someone shouted at you, you'd be like, well, that's just an immediate explosion of anger. But if someone's like more calm, like, I fucking hate you and I hope you die, you're like, that has more resonance. You know?
I feel like that's something back to My Lover, My Runner. That's a really fun thing about that song, because it sounds really fun, upbeat. But when you listen to the lyrics, like I'm like, I wrote that again about my ex, my on and off ex. It's like, I know you love to run away. You think it makes you feel all safe, but you make like good things, you make sure they never last. Like that is a really like fucking bitchy line. It's like, you make sure good things don't last. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I love that though.
Gasoline definitely explores that. Like I blame it on you. Just like straight up saying like, I blame it on you. I still love you, but I blame it on you, and there's nothing left for you. And I think that is that is very obvious in early shoegaze, like My Bloody Valentine. I wouldn't say they're aggressive or anything, but like, I feel like when I listen to, actually, I was thinking about this earlier, like Nirvana.
Yep.
I feel like Kurt Cobain is actually really good at doing that, and that there's a reason why they said he was so androgynous. And I think in his music, he sings so softly, and there's a quiet anger, and there's obviously some songs where he does shout.
Yeah.
But like, there's so
Heart-Shaped
many
Box
songs.
is a good example of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like where you have
Heart-Shaped
that
Box.
shouting, but like, you have the shouting chorus, hey, wait, but if you actually listen to the verses, like that's that kind of sardonic bitterness that we were talking about.
Or like Something in the Way.
Something in the Way,
so
that's
good
great,
for that.
Batman's kind of ruined that. So I always just associate Batman now.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think that is definitely a thing in our music that, honestly, like up until this interview, I didn't even think that deeply about. But it is such a quintessential part of our music, is that there is this quiet female rage that, and this like feminine touch that is missing from a lot of shoegaze, since it has become so male centered. And I think that's kind of, it just happens in music, right? I feel like something that's happened over the past, actually it's always happened, it's always been this way, right? Like rock has always been so like male centered.
Yeah.
And
You know what kind of pissed me off too is that like female rock bands are still seen as like a novelty, and it's like we've been doing this since for like the last half century with the Runaways, and you know, like it's, I don't understand why we've never gotten to a position where it's like, I don't know, it's just a band.
I feel like we're definitely not encouraged to by the media to do it, and you probably know yourself, like when a woman enters a very male-dominated space, it pushes us away even more.
Sure.
It's like, there's memes about it. Like you're a woman, you walk into Guitar Center, and it's just like all guys.
Or
and
like,
you're like
wearing a band T-shirt, name 3 songs.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So like, it's not welcome to us at all. It's actively, it's like they're almost like, oh, we'll let you in, but you're not like in charge or anything. It's kind of the vibe of it. Whereas in say pop and like folk, like women are very more welcome. And I think that's why women like dominate those spaces for sure. But I think it's just a shame that like we're not like encouraged to go into rock, because I think, I don't know, there's a lot of fun in it.
Yeah. No, and I think, I mean, we've had female fronted rock and female fronted punk, and obviously the Riot Girl movement and things like that. I mean, it seems like kind of absurd to me that people are still like, I think Kim Gordon put it best from Sonic Youth, where she was like, I remember just going to England, and like all the British journalists were like, what's it like to be a girl in a band? It's
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Dude, I love Sonic Youth. That's like
Sonic
another inspiration of ours as well. Like, we love Sonic Youth.
Well, actually, I had a quick question about that. So, you were talking about like doing the music videos. I remember when Goo came out, Dave Markey, who was the cinematographer for Sonic Youth, he did all these like short films and stuff, and he did a music video for each song. Would that be something of interest to you guys?
Yeah, like I definitely try to.
Yeah.
So with Gasoline, I didn't have the time to like film a video myself, but what I did was so the cover, right, of Gasoline is from this 1940s PSA about the dangers of gasoline, and the dangers of not safely, no, it's not even just gasoline, but the dangers of not properly disposing of like flammable goods or like your matches, say.
Yeah, we were watching a video on YouTube. It was about like
cars.
It was like the evolution of
the petrol
stations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the person who made that video included that PSA in it. We saw that clip. I paused and I was like, yo, look.
No,
look.
I'm not letting you take credit for that.
I wasn't there.
Or maybe it was both of us.
It was okay. We could just say it was both of us then.
Yeah, but I was very much. I think maybe you were like, "Whoa, gasoline," and I was like, "We need to use that as a cover." So he might have noticed it, so when he paused it, I was the one that was like, "I want this as the cover. Wouldn't that be so cool?" And he wasn't.
No, I think I said that.
Really?
Okay, I at the very least was thinking it.
Please don't
It
solve
doesn't
the
even.
band
It
because of
doesn't
this
even
argument.
matter. But yeah, no.
If
it was
you're
good.
willing to be someone in the band, so you're
Yeah,
a collective
yeah.
whole now.
But so back to the music video.
Yep.
Is I actually went and found that video. It's on the Internet Archive, best place ever.
Yeah, I love it.
And so when I decided, because I didn't have time to film a music video, and honestly I didn't really have that many ideas for a music video, I was like, okay, I'm going to do like a supercut.
Yeah.
And so the music video is a supercut of that PSA along with Frankenstein from 1938, something like that.
Yeah.
Various other gasoline related things like
Yeah.
explosions.
Yeah, so
You mean the Universal movie?
Yeah.
I think it's 31, 32.
Yeah, and it's I was
I
like,
remember like watching the Universal monster
yeah.
movies, and like the first one is Dracula, and I
Mhm.
remember like, this is okay, but like it's not great, but it was for its era. And then Frankenstein came out the same year, and it's so
It's
much better.
so good.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all right, fuck that.
yeah.
That's no
So
excuse.
I think like Frankenstein's themes of creating this thing that you couldn't take care of and watching it destroy, I suppose, other people and all this.
The modern day,
Yeah.
the postmodern Prometheus.
Yeah, that kind of like ties in with the themes of the song. Is that like it very much like the narrator of the song is like angry at the other person for not being able, basically just abandoning them, and like you created this whole thing with me, and now you've burned it, like you've caused it, like you ignited the fire and now we're burning down and this is all your fault. And it kind of like is almost like parallels the creature in Frankenstein, where Frankenstein made this life that he couldn't like cherish and tried to discard it, and eventually like at the end of the film they like try to like burn the creature down. So that's why I included that in it, as well as basically lots of destruction. So I'm very involved in like the visual side of the band. Like I would do all the graphics, and yeah, I make the videos. I direct them. I don't take pictures, but I like kind of like go to my friends and I'm like, oh, can you take these pictures for us, please? Here's the vibe. Here's a mood board.
We're very big on mood boards.
Yeah.
We have mood boards for everything.
Before you got here, I was telling you actually got a Bible today.
Oh,
And,
nice.
it's not too dissimilar to how God must feel about human beings,
Yeah.
creating
Could
us
be.
wonderful people out of the goodness of his heart, and then we sin.
Yeah, I think that is also part of Frankenstein, the novel. So
Really, just read the Bible. I'm just prophesizing now. Not much good. So, one fun thing. I have two fun things, and I'll let you guys get on with the day. One thing I wanted to ask actually is about the proliferation of shoegaze. I'm noticing at the moment that shoegaze is kind of like really coming back.
Yeah.
In like folk, and obviously like My Bloody Valentine playing this month, sold out like instantly. So like people are really into shoegaze. So many bands are incorporating shoegaze into it. I think again Michael once made the discernment between gaze bands and gaze curious bands.
He's talked
Yeah.
about that.
And I do
Talks
notice like
about
the
that.
incorporation of gazy elements into everything from like post-punk to even pop and stuff like that. So for you guys, I mean, do you think there's any particular reason why shoegaze is coming back in vogue, or do you have any theories, speculations?
I think the sound of shoegaze can resonate with people a lot, in that it goes back to what we said earlier. It's very it's a mix between like the kind of feminine angelic side and the harsh noise side of it. It's kind of like a mix of ugly and beautiful, and I think that a lot of people kind of feel that way about the world, where it's difficult to ignore all the awful shit that's happening everywhere, but at the same time it is very beautiful. We know it is, and we see beautiful things all the time, and it's difficult for people to reconcile that.
Yeah.
It's a thing that people are kind of constantly trying to do in their heads, on a conscious and subconscious level. And so I think, this shoegaze is kind of like the musicification of that,
Yeah, I also think that because shoegaze, was starting to bloom, and then grunge came along and basically killed it. I think shoegaze was ahead of its time, and it didn't get its moment to shine.
It didn't, yeah.
And so, I suppose people just like rediscovered it, and they were like, "Oh, this thing didn't get its chance to shine," and like, but it's really good.
Yeah.
And I do think My Bloody Valentine, though, like I've known about them growing up, so like they do have their place in Ireland anyway. At least.
Totally.
And
I love
like
this
this
like
side
one
of
of
the
the best
pond.
Irish albums ever.
Yeah.
I think it's a very malleable genre as well. That's why so many bands are, shoegaze-esque. They have elements of shoegaze in their music, whether it be, post-punk bands, pop bands, grunge bands, metal bands especially.
Yeah,
They love incorporating
'cause
shoegaze.
It's very DIY. I think that's another thing is like with, say, the algorithm and the internet being like you're able to, anyone can do music now. Shoegaze is a very easy thing to do because it lets you make mistakes. It lets you not be perfect.
Yeah.
And there's beauty in that imperfection.
It's much more about creating a vibe rather than
Yes.
a specific kind of sound.
And I think that's what people want to do nowadays with like on the internet at least.
Yeah.
You know?
You're trying to, I guess, transport people into the world you painted in a way. I think that's what, like, the soundscapes of shoegaze for me anyway. What I love about it is that it really does, like, I don't know, like, I think when you get the visuals and the music synchronized just perfectly, like, Loveless is a great example where you look at that from cover and you're like, that is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And,
I'm so big on that.
Yeah.
Like that's why like I love My Bloody Valentine for that. And just artists in general who are so good at their visuals. Like I have like a history of like music wasn't my life, like art was. So I was always into graphic design, was always into painting, always into drawing. And so I love artists that are able to like understand the importance of that and like mix it in with the music. And also I think
do you actually think, sorry, this could be me speculating, but do you think your background in science actually kind of helps with that? Because like if you look at science, by studying science, I mean it's like you're kind of seeing stuff that like really the naked eye shouldn't almost. You know what I mean?
maybe, yeah. I think it helps.
Or you have to visualize or conceptualize on the plane of existence that's beyond our kind of conception material.
I think it's definitely helped that I'm very analytic. So I'm very good at analyzing like this is what makes this work and this is what makes this not work.
Yeah.
And so I would say that's like my strength when it comes to music.
But that's a very objective analysis. How do you bring in the subjectivity of what's beautiful? And
Yeah. I think it's... But again, I think that goes back to why I try not to be too like theoretical actually when I'm making. So it's almost like I'm actually like purposefully blocking that part out, and so I can just access my creativity and so like really be in tune with like my intuition. Whereas I think some people, honestly, what I find is that people that can be too technical or whatever, they end up being like copycats because they are so cookie cutter.
Exactly, it's like a right or wrong kind of way. It's like an objective algorithm.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. So actually, I think maybe it actually is in my favor that, you know, during the day I have to be so like logical, and even in like college, so that I actually actively block that part out, and I just am like, this is the creativity, like this is just pure intuition. Like that's definitely music for me.
And as a person, which side do you think you gravitate towards more when you don't have the expectation? Are you more inclined towards your intuition, or are you more inclined towards your intellect?
Oh, definitely my intuition.
Okay.
I think I've been lucky to have a good intellect, and I think maybe my good intellect is actually part of my intuition.
Okay.
Is that I'm quite good at like intuitively understanding things.
Right.
Like even like stem cell research, right? This is a really random example. I was talking to Iggy about stem cell research because we were talking about...
I find it fascinating.
Yeah, so we were talking about LeBron James and how he's 40 and still playing the NBA. And I was like, he's definitely gotten stem cell research or stem cell treatment done because like that rejuvenates cells and like all this thing, all that. The reason I even know what stem cell treatment is because I saw like an ad for it. And like I was able to understand just from the ad, like, oh, this is what stem cell treatment does. And then I was like, okay, so can you Google what stem cell treatment is so that I'm not like just bullshitting you and I'm not just saying all this. And he was like reading it out and he was like, oh yeah, this is what stem cell research is. Like you were right.
So I've heard people say that stem cell research is going to give us the cure to immortality. Do you agree with that? It certainly elongate our lives.
Oh, definitely elongate lives for sure.
Yeah. So we'll probably hear
or even like
muscles.
muscles.
That sounds horrible. Unless you can,
You don't want to be immortal?
no, I mean, if you can give it to everyone on the planet,
That's
sure.
what I mean, yeah.
But that's
I'd be.
gonna happen.
It's unsustainable.
I'd be pissed if we had to live like a normal lifespan. Elon Musk gets to be like 230 years old or something.
Yeah. But I think that's what'll happen.
It will
but
be
then,
then
But then
first.
you know what'll be in vogue? Dying. Dying will be in vogue.
Well, people already romanticize dying.
A little bit, yeah. But yeah. Oh, but I think there was a point I just want to go back to about
Do you ever worry about, like, are we running out of space to bury people? That's something I always worry about.
Space for what?
To bury people? That's something I always worry about.
But people are getting cremated now,
I
so
know.
I'm not
Yeah,
too worried
people
I
about
mean,
it.
you think about all the centuries of people who are underground now.
I did worry about it, but I'm actually not worried about it.
I'm scared
anymore.
about it.
I'm not too worried about it.
I think people will sort it out, genuinely.
People sort
Because
it
they're
out.
doing research into it,
Yeah.
so.
I think, like, I don't know if you guys ever watched Futurama, but they built, like, a graveyard on a planet. I'm like, that's probably what we'll have to do.
No. The world is actually a lot bigger than we think it is.
Yeah.
It's so big.
Oh, I think people would hate that. Not being buried on planet Earth somewhere else. Like, what the-
Some people would love it, though.
No, the thing is,
some people.
I would be like, if that was an option, I'd be like, yeah, bury me.
I guess, yeah, like maybe like you get your
Earth is for the living.
I feel like
cremation put on
Yeah,
your
that'd be
cremated.
sick, yeah.
someone like Elon Musk would love that probably.
Elon Musk.
I don't know.
Oh.
To me, that the idea is very soy.
Yeah. He would call it Planet X or something.
Yeah, he would.
He
It's
would.
graveyard. What would be the criteria to get buried there if Elon Musk had
Just
carte blanche?
money.
Just money, and you know, fine, whatever. Spend.
Yeah.
You can't be
Do what
too
you want.
woke or you can't get buried there. Woke is defined by him. Guys, you've been very gracious for your time. I just, for one final question, and if you can't speak too much about it, that's fine. But you were mentioned just before we recorded that you guys are currently working on an EP. Can you say much about it?
We are looking to release an EP sometime next year. It's probably sometime middle of next year.
Before or after GTA 6?
Before GTA.
Before GTA 6.
So you can say we have a Skyless EP before
Yep,
GTA 6.
but before we
that
have-
meme will still
yeah.
exist.
But before we have the EP, we have another single coming out sometime early next year. So yeah, keep an eye out, guys.
Depends, yeah, one or two.
Did you record the EP altogether? Are these the demos
Yes,
that you guys
we
are
have
doing?
recorded everything that's going to be on that EP.
No, but sorry, what I
Yeah.
was asking was, were these the demos you recorded during that little break this year?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So were you working on an EP with that in mind, or was it just these are demos, but then this could be an EP then? Like just in terms of intent.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely with the intent of it just being demos and
Yeah.
showing it to people. And like even now we call it an EP, but I'm asking Iggy, I was like, oh, can we just call it a mixtape or something?
Sure.
Because
It's a mixtape, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like EPs even though they're not albums, I still feel like most of them are like cohesive bodies of work.
Right.
Whereas this is very much like a mixtape. It aligns more with what mixtapes are traditionally, which is to showcase an artist's work. And rather than being like a cohesive body of work that has a certain theme, like I would say, while our music generally has a theme, this body of work doesn't.
Okay.
And
Sorry, guys, but none of the songs fade into each other.
oh, they do not. They don't. They're very like choppy. It's like that's why I want to call it mixtape. I just feel like it's better like marketing for it as well. But yeah, I had like a point there earlier about just if you want to include this later.
Absolutely. No, go ahead. Finish on.
There was you were like, oh, why do people like shoegaze as well? And I think like now, and I think it's just like a natural, you know, the way pendulum swinging.
Yeah.
I think it's just like a natural pendulum swinging to what they were doing, like so polished in like the 2010s. 2010s extremely polished, so polished.
Yeah.
And there was also like the sad folk music or just guitar music as well. And I think that's a very natural response to it.
Yeah.
Is that people are like, okay, let's get back into like heavy guitars now.
Yeah.
But not grunge, because we don't want to do the same thing that we did before, just something similar to it.
Well, I think
So
post-grunge
shoegaze.
ruined grunge is image forever.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Who's post grunge?
Nickelback,
Creed.
yeah,
I
that
don't
whole
like
scene.
Creed. I don't like Creed. So.
Uh,
I understand.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I find post grunge kind of a weird thing, but like, a big thing for me is like the Eddie Vedder-ification of vocals.
Yeah.
I really hate that word. It's like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr." Like Eddie Vedder's good, but like everyone who tries to imitate him is just like.
That's
No,
how I
and
feel
that's
about
every post-grunge
people-
band.
Exactly,
They
that's
all
what I'm
sound
saying.
Like him
I think,
None of them
like,
try and
yeah.
sound like fucking Lane Staley or.
All right, I'm gonna get very picky here. I'm so sorry, but like grunge was a specific thing from like the late '80s Seattle area. You think of like Mudhoney, you think of Soundgarden, bands like that, and even like California bands like L7, and then it just kind of after Nirvana, it just kind of became aesthetic. So like I consider Bleach a grunge album. I don't really consider Nevermind. I consider that like alternative rock for whatever that means.
That's
and
fair.
then but then just became like, oh, you're wearing flannels and Converse and jeans, you're grunge, and it's just like. I don't think Pearl Jam. They're a good band. I'm not saying anything, but I consider them grunge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like some sort of metal a little bit.
They even like have country elements, you know, like Yellow Lead Feather and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell grunge is beyond the aesthetic.
That's,
Even like
that's,
Alice in Chains, I consider more
Yeah.
of a metal band.
that's an ongoing. It's an ongoing topic for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was reading about it recently. Like people still argue about like what is and isn't grunge. Is it a genre? Is it
Yeah.
not? And I think like it's like what do you consider a genre?
Yeah.
Because genre, yeah, it can be the music, like it can be the musical technicalities of it, of like, oh, they usually use these types of, I suppose, time signatures, or this type of tempo, this type of like chord progressions, all that.
Yep.
All right, they use these instruments, they use these effects, whereas grunge is very vibey. It's very much based on vibes, and it's like, what do the lyrics explore? What is the image around the music? Like it brings in like visual arts into music as a combination. So it's like, do we let that be a part of genres then? Like, because if say pop music is very very broad and varied in how it sounds.
Yeah.
But everyone just puts it in as pop. And we accept that as a genre. It's pop.
I think
It's a
now
catch-all.
pop is starting to get a bit more, like you were mentioning,
Yeah.
like bedroom pop and obviously like alt pop and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I think there's a bit, like alt pop is kind of weird to me because like alternative to what, because it's just pop music. But it's like, I guess the lyrics aren't considered mainstream, so they're your alternative pop, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I think there are some like, I don't know, like upbeat sounds is like part of pop or whatever. And then if someone does an upbeat sound but it's like weird, then maybe that's alternative pop.
Yeah.
I've never really looked into it. But it's like so many pop artists, they all have like Michael Jackson, Sabrina Carpenter, they've set themselves apart because of their stage, like the world they created around their art.
Yeah.
Chapel Rowan.
Yeah, Trap
Like,
Round's great.
yeah. And so
I actually think pop music's way
Yeah.
more interesting now, because I remember like when I was kind of growing up, it was like, you know, early 2010s, like mid 2000s, early 2010s music was just so shit.
It was all like party music, you know. It was all shit.
It was all pop party
shit that was like
most-
made for the club.
And
That's it.
stupidest
Um,
fucking lyrics you've ever heard in your life. That was the thing that used to drive me insane, was like the shit they were saying. I was like, how are you not embarrassing that? Like, just, I don't know. I hated the Black Eyed Peas.
I like them now because they're nostalgic and
I like their first album, Elephant.
yeah.
That's a good album, but I hate Boom Boom Pow. And I got a
It
Feel
did.
and
It
all
did
that. I
get
couldn't
very
stand that
stale
shit. I was
to the
like,
point
"Ew."
where like people were actually kind of excited when a band like Imagine Dragons would pull up. You know?
But I think pop music now is way better. I mean, like,
Oh yeah. I
all
think
the
it's in
artists
a.
now are just so much interesting.
I would say if you asked me this a year ago, it would have been like pop music is in a great place. But since then,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
What's kind of got you deterred?
this year, I don't think there's many interesting stuff on the charts.
Man's Best
I
Friend.
think.
no, that was a good album, but
Yeah,
I think
but
people
was Charlie XCX last year or the year before?
Yeah, Brat was
Last
last year.
year.
Yeah, Brat was great.
Yeah, Brat was
And-
great. Do you like Man's Best Friend? I haven't listened to it actually.
I think
No,
people,
yeah, I
I
haven't
think
listened to it.
people
But-
don't want to listen to the album, partially because of fatigue. So you know, when you get exposed to an artist too much,
I've been kind
you
of
don't
feeling
want
a
to
bit
listen to it
like
as well.
that for some artists.
But as well, like there's not like standout singles from it.
Yeah.
Whereas as an album, it's very cohesive. I actually love it as an album. But I find that the singles don't hit as much as her previous work. They're just not as full of hooks.
Yeah.
Like we're in a hook epidemic. Like
Especially like
hookless.
TikTok and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of songs are built around like short songs that they can play on TikTok kind
Yeah.
of thing. And I don't know, I just feel like I haven't heard anything good this year that is the catchy.
Same. I
catchy.
think
Morgan
Some-
Wallen? No, I don't.
No, see, that's
I
the thing.
couldn't
Like,
name a
it's,
single song.
this
I
year,
couldn't
it's
even
mainly
recognize
been
it.
dominated by like Morgan Wallen, Benson Boone. There's that Alex
And
Warren
I
song.
literally don't even
That is kind of
I have to
crap.
admit,
I don't even know who they are.
The
See?
Benson Boone thing does get stuck in my head.
I
like,
literally don't. I
it's just,
couldn't sing it. I
that
couldn't
exactly,
sing.
exactly that thing.
I couldn't sing. it. I didn't even know that was him.
I'll randomly get that in my head. Like, what the fuck is it? Like, it's Benson Boone.
It's just fine. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
I think pop music this year has just been fine. Whereas last year, I was like, wow, lots of good shit coming out.
Yeah.
What do you
Um,
see for next year, 2026? Pop music.
I think
Up or
it'll
down?
be up.
I'm hoping pop music goes back up.
Pretty
next
far
year.
down, so it's not that hard to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um,
Can't be worse, right?
The Taylor Swift albums, I haven't listened to it, but I'm hearing it's like the worst thing ever. Even Swifties don't really like it that
Yeah,
much. So
it's
That's gonna be on the charts for a while. And also, like, as someone who's
Well,
like,
every time it's about to go out of the charts, you're releasing a variant.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so funny how nakedly transparent that is now. Like everyone just gets what she's doing, and it's just like, but she's still gonna do it. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it's a cult.
Are you looking forward to the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift wedding? You guys gonna be playing that Skyless?
I think
I
it
hope
would be
so.
so fun if she broke off the engagement. Like, because you know what? I think it actually would be more interesting for her to write a not to break up album about her not engagement rather than her writing about a divorce. Because let's be for real, like
Well,
they
you're being too
shouldn't
cynical. You don't think they're gonna be married for life?
Nah.
or they'll be really unhappy.
Hold on a second, I think
Celebrities
there's something in
don't
here.
do this. Celebrities just don't have marriages for more than like a decade.
I don't get the vibe that they are like the perfect pair.
Oh, you're too cynical. Hold on a second.
I don't know personally.
See,
I
I
don't
used to be a Swiftie, so like, I'm not just saying this.
Could you
I'm
just
like-
read this out loud, please, for the record?
Oh, divorce?
Yeah, they have like sections in the back.
Marriage is a sacred and binding covenant confirmed by God, so divorce is wrong. Divorce is only allowed to protect a wronged party from additional ongoing sin. Interesting.
So there you go.
Whoa, my God. So actually the Lord did actually say, for I hate divorce, says the Lord.
And Taylor Swift is a Christian, so I foresee they will be together forever. Well, that's great.
It's very modern wording. Protect the wronged party.
I actually think this is a modern version. I think that if you look at the translation, it's something like.
Let the record show I don't trust modern depictions of the Bible.
New
And I
Living
don't trust
Translation.
modern translations.
Oh, okay.
And I don't trust any translation of the
so
Bible
you
because
just-
it's all interpretation.
You just read it in Greek and Aramaic. Okay.
Yes, I read.
Yes.
I read
I
the
learned
original,
Greek just-
the original Greek translation from like 40 AD.
The Bible has gotten lost in translation. 100%.
If you want the free Bible, go to where was I get
Go-
this
you
again?
should just go to
Henry Street.
church.
Henry Street.
Just
They
go
give
to
you they give you
church.
free. Yeah, but
Sure
there's so
they
many
would.
different sects. Which one do you know is real? Just read
Yeah.
the damn thing. I haven't read it.
I genuinely don't trust the Bible. Like, and I'm not like anti like Christianity or anything, but I'm just like, how can like
I'll pray for you tonight.
yeah, someone that's like this
Jesus
is
loves you.
definitely what the Lord says, and I'm like that's literally like interpretation
Yeah.
because the text is so old.
By the way, in case anyone's listening to this, I have a Bible because I was given one on Henry Street. That's why. So I didn't just randomly bring it. Just being like, hey guys,
Yeah,
after
I
this.
was like, I don't get the vibe. I don't get the vibe that he's like super religious. So I can say this.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I get into heaven. Thanks, guys. Is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up? Anything I failed to cover? And plug your stuff.
Not much. No.
Is this like a podcast?
Yeah, I use
This
this
is a
podcast. Yeah, yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
At the time,
You've
this
never
is a
seen it.
podcast.
Yeah, I
It's
podcasted.
it's
Yeah,
just
true.
like
I do
is the audio
podcasts,
even
yeah.
good?
I forgot to tell you this was going to be a podcast.
The fidelity's not great, but yeah, I'm
That's why
lo-fi.
I
I'm
was-
lo-fi too.
That's why I was like,
I'm lo-fi too.
I would have been happy to do a podcast, but I thought we would have been like sitting down
No,
with
it's cool.
mics.
No.
Yeah, where's the mic?
Oh, sorry, I'm not Joe Rogan.
Because like in my job, right, we like record calls,
Yeah.
but we don't use the audio anywhere. It's literally just we get the
Oh,
transcript.
I do both. I transcribe and do articles and also podcasts.
Ah, okay, cool.
Hear
Never
that?
see my website.
I have
Everyone
read your
go-
website,
go-
but I didn't see podcasts.
Everyone
I just read your
go
articles.
Perspo now. Give him some clicks, some views, so Aaron can afford a Yeti microphone.
Yes, please. The ad revenue is not great. You have to make like each ad is like a cent or something like that, and it's not great.
Yeah, on Spotify it's like 0.001 cents.
Oh.
per
We've
stream.
made zero
I thought
money
I
on
did.
music.
No,
Oh,
no, we've made.
I've made zero
we
money
haven't
off
made
this.
any.
If
We
you're
have
not doing
no
it for art's
profit.
sake, you're gonna
Yeah.
go crazy.
What?
We have no profit.
Who would you say is the most? If you were to hazard a guess, who would you say is the most profitable Irish artist besides Fronda
Irish?
CC that's been on
Like
CMAX?
you too.
We had an
Or
argument
Enya.
No,
about.
sorry, from like the last say 5 years. Maybe,
Oh, last?
something like that.
We had an argument about this.
I
Not an
wonder-
argument, just a conversation about who's the richest artist in the world.
I was
not
talking.
necessarily
I was
our
talking to Carla from Sprints, and she was saying like they kind of have to be on because she doesn't want to be on Spotify. She's like we kind of have to make money. And I was like,
Yeah.
sad. But
Inhaler maybe?
Inhaler, yeah.
Yeah, because they got that Nepo baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Nepo baby benefits.
For the past 5 years, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's just something I think about.
Literally just
I don't know.
inhaler and
Westlife is probably
Fontaines.
going to make a shit ton of money.
Hopefully in
off their
20...
tour.
Here's my hope for 2026. Hopefully people in the arts can start making money off it.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. And stop... Daniel X, stop putting money into fucking AI war technology. It's only defense technology though. So.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the
AI.
Basic Income for Artists scheme is getting expanded, so that's good.
That is good.
Should
That is
apply
good.
for that.
Yeah, I'd be too scared to apply for that. I don't know. I'll always be like, do you have to like my art? Imagine that, like, it's just like, does Micheál Martin like what you're doing? It's like, I like Skyless, so I'm going to give it the money.
Is there a certain radius that this like records?
I don't know.
Okay, fair.
I just kind of leave it there and hope it picks out.
Anyway, stream
It normally does.
Gasoline, guys. It's been out
Yeah,
for a
we're
week.
skyless.band on Instagram.
Skyless.eu on the web.
One of the few bands interviewed who actually has a website, so it's just
Yeah,
easy to link
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
And you know
It's
what?
all-
And you know what?
it's all there.
Actually, I don't even know. I'm gonna keep that website.
Oh, god damn it.
There's-
I was going to
it's
link to it. It's easy.
No, we
shit.
will. You should link to it.
Do you
but
have a
it's
link
just-
tree or something?
Yeah,
that
we
I
have
could
a
do
link
outside?
tree.
Link, if not website, link tree is grand.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is.
It's always just easy.
skyless.band
Yeah.
or something.
Does it cost money to keep it up?
No, not
The
link tree.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like €140 a year.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's just we don't really have a lot of traffic on it. We have some traffic, but like not a lot at all.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't think it's worth it. I think I might transition to like a cheaper service, but
What do you use? I use Namecheap.
we use Squarespace and the domain came with
Oh,
it.
Squarespace are very expensive.
Yeah, the domain came with it, so I might like buy a domain somewhere else and then
Yeah.
use like a free website.
Give me your email. I'll send you some links.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's been Skyless. Thank you very much, guys. And oh shit, I forgot to hit record. Bye. Thank you for listening to that episode of Post-Burnout.com interviews. We're available wherever you get your podcasts, so we hope that you enjoyed and would consider subscribing, giving it a like on YouTube, or a rating anywhere else. We also have some exclusive episodes only available on Spotify, which features interviews with the likes of Kim Deal, Ron Mail of Sparks, Jacob Slater of Wonder Horse, Maria Kelly, Gavin Friday, and many more. So check those out if you're so inclined. Otherwise, thank you for listening and see you next time.